smile, so you're so excited to start your presentation, right?
Yes, indeed. Thank you.
So thank you so much for joining this event. So before you start your presentation, let me give a brief introduction of yours. Okay. So Kavita Silva Pragasam is on the stage. She is an acclaimed fitness and life coach. Holds a first-class degree in exercise and sports science from University Saints Malaysia, where she excelled as a best female graduate and best student in the School of Health Science. Beyond her academic achievements, she has been recognized as one of the top 10 young talents in Malaysia in 2020 and named among the top 22 student entrepreneurs in 2023. That was really wonderful. Kavita's profound dedication to well-being and mental health has impacted 50,000 lives globally through her free home-based workouts, co-authoring the book How to Be a Supercharged Family, and her contributions to the recent app at the LOA Center, which played a role in saving three lives from suicide. Her mission is to amplify happiness, positivity, and wellness, underlining the belief that greatness resides within each of us. She aspires to positively influence over 10 million lives in the next decade. Thank you so much for joining this event, Ms. Kavita. So please start your beautiful presentation. So people are waiting to hear your presentation. All
Thank
the
you so
best.
much, Melinda. Thank you. All right, so I'll quickly share my slides. Let me just share the slide. Let's see. Right. Okay, should be here. Okay, I hope you guys can see my slide.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So thank you so much, Melinda and the team, for having me on board. I'm super excited because I got the invitation to join the conference exactly 1 month ago, and it was just, I would say, pure law of attraction, manifestation. It just happened, and I believe when you're ready, the right path will open. Hence why I'm here today to actually share my story. So now the topic for today is basically inner strength, a discovery from within. So this actually talks about my journey for the past few years of how I became who I am today. So now, the theme for this conference was basically about redefining boundaries, empowering women for success. So, when I was thinking, okay, what should I talk about? What should I talk about? Because I was looking through the list of our speakers and their titles. I was like, wow, it was so inspiring to actually see their titles. And I did manage to go through to a few of their sessions just now, and it was amazing, their stories. And while I was thinking, that was when an idea came to me. Why not you talk about inner strength? So, why inner strength is basically, I think for many years, I think about maybe I started around 2020. I wanted to understand what was very strong about myself. And when I talked about inner strength, I wanted to know, okay, what does inner strength mean? Can it be in other forms or words? And while I was thinking, and this was what it came about. Inner strength is about happiness, it's about resiliency, it's about compassion, it's about forgiveness, it's about breaking limits, understanding how you can become more conscious, your satisfaction of your life and your current state right now, ability to fall in love and to love others, your well-being, peace, confidence, and kindness. So that was a few of those words that really resonated really well with me when I was trying to figure out, okay, inner strength is very broad. But what were the small, tiny words that the moment people look at these words, they know, okay, yes, they are strong. So, my personal journey, I would like to actually just start about how I grew up and everything. So, basically, I am a twin. I have my twin sister. So, we were born in 1998. So, you guys can roughly guess how old I am. Okay, so I have my twin sister. We look exactly alike. So, her name is Kavina and I'm Kavita. So this is my mom together with my brother, and we come from a family that is very mixed. I'm a mix of Indian and Chinese, and I think that was one of the blessings in disguise because I got to celebrate both celebrations, Deepavali and Chinese New Year together. And here on the right side, you can see that I'm actually an athlete. So I've been an athlete since the age of, I would say, 10 years old. All thanks to my parents because they were the one that got us really going into running and everything. So this is my family. This is my mom. So you can see she looks like a mix. She is a mix, and my dad is in the middle there. The person between my mom and my dad is my brother, and that's my sister. So we look alike. We are identical twins. We were born 7 months old, premature twins. So one was I think 1.3, and the other one was 1.6 kg. So we're really small. So as you can see in the first photo, this is 10 days old. So we're really small and really cute, but yeah, and we grew up to become really good people. So these two last photos is basically one of the many things that I've been doing. Is basically I'm actually a student athlete from my university. So it's University Science Malaysia, where there's only five research university in Malaysia, and University Science Malaysia is one of them. So I represented my university throughout my whole degree years, and currently right now I will be going into my PhD. So yes, and the last one is basically I was the head of the university's campus volunteer team. So we were all ladies, and it was like from the head to the main management, we were all ladies. So at that time, it was woman power. So it was so empowering to just have all the ladies there, and manage about 50 to 80 volunteers every year, up to 30 activities programs around Malaysia. So that was something that really sparked my passion about women empowerment. So now I wanted to touch about the power of resiliency because lately I've been hearing this word very much into my conversation with my friends, with my clients, with my students. So this word came to me, and I was like, what? Let's talk about this also. So of course, if we go to Google, the word is basically means about the capacity to withstand or to recover quickly from difficulties. And this is very much true because the moment you are strong enough to understand that you are able to come out of things, you will tend to recover very fast. No matter how difficult things are, you yourself, with the strength inbuilt in you, you can come out of things. And then when it came to inner strength, because the title today was about inner strength, so I was thinking, okay, you know what? Instead of going into Google, I wanted to ask myself this: what does inner strength meant to me? What does it mean to me? And that was when I actually came up with this: the ability to acknowledge one's capability at that current moment and continue to explore, adapt, grow to become better. The moment you know where you are right now, that is the very moment you're able to understand, okay, I need plan A, plan B, plan C in order to improve, grow, and become better. So, over the years, I was trying to find out, okay, how did I discover what am I good at? Who am I? Who is Kavita? So, it started off basically with comparison. And I'm sure that, being twins, I have me, I have a sister. So growing up, we were always compared from the circle of friends, from our teachers. We were always compared because being twins, we are supposed to be the same, same hair, same look, same height, same weight. Everything we do needed to be the same. Even the shirt we wore had to be the same. So at that point, we both of us, we are very different, but we're also the same. because like my dad always tells this, if you combine Kavita and Kavina together, it become one person because we shared the same room. So this was a very nice story that when I was 8 years old, in Malaysia it's considered as standard two. So we were in year two of our primary school. So this was when my dad having an engineer background. This was way before he went into the things that we are doing today, which I'll explain. So he was an engineer, and there was once upon a time we had our exam done, and we had to give our report card. So long story short, my sister got number one in class, and I got number 42 out of 45. So at that time it was very much interesting because I was like, okay, I was very active. I was very active. Don't get me wrong. I am a good student, but I was very active. I was, active in public speaking. I was active in group singing, choral speaking, sports activity. I was always out of the class because I needed to take part in this competition. So at that time, my studies dropped. So then my dad, being an engineer, somehow engineers are very strict. Okay, so he said, okay, you guys are twins. You have the same hair, same look, and everything. Um, but why one got number one, the other one got number 42? So that was like a lightning strike for me. It's like, oh my God, I'm being compared. So, me and my dad at that point we didn't have a good relationship, and that same year he actually went to get certified by Michael J. Lozier under Law of Attraction. So he is among the first group in Malaysia to be certified by him, and we call Michael as Uncle Michael because he saw us growing up. So when he came back, he told my mom this. You know what? Let's start becoming celebrating parents. So ever since then, they started celebrating small progresses. So in the same year, my sister and my brother top five, top two throughout the whole year. For me, was from 42, I went into 27, then I went into 15, I went into 11, went into number 7, number 5, and number 2. Why number 2? Because number 1 was my sister. So at that time, I understood it's like, hey, actually, I can do things. I am smart. So that was one. Second, of course, because of family. My family is a very special family. Whatever we do is always as a family first because when, like, example, my background is I'm a trainer. All the programs that we go through, we test in the family first before going out to others. Because if our family can do it, meaning other people also can. Then, of course, the environment. Who were my circle of friends? I needed to see, okay, can I grow in this environment or not? Are my friends the friends who will lift me up together or they will suppress me down? And then this is basically one of the major catalysts of it was because of stammering. So I'm not sure if you guys have realized it, but throughout growing up, since small, I used to stammer. I do still stammer, but not as bad as when I was small. So at that time, it broke my confidence because when you stammer, people will give extra attention to you. What kind of attention? You guys know. So it really broke my confidence. But thankfully, because of my family, they allowed me to grow. They brought me for public speaking. They brought me to go and talk to people. Just talk. Only you would know that you're stammering. Others, without any intense focus and attention, they won't even know you're stammering. Then, of course, once upon a time, there was a heartbreak. I'm sure we all have went through a heartbreak as, being the young people, or maybe those who have gone through later heartbreaks. Yes, I also have been through my heartbreak about maybe 3 years ago. That was in terms of relationship, but I'm so thankful I walked away from it. And yeah, the last one was basically about grief. I lost quite a number of people throughout my years, and that was when I realized, okay, you know what? Let's do this for them. So the discovery process, how did I discover who am I? The name Kavita stands for what? So every year we have a team. This is something we do in the family. Every year you must start with a team. Instead of, we do have goals, yes, but we wanted to make the year about something. So 2019 was about consistency. My team was consistency. My dad was about clarity. My sister was about illumination. So why we had the theme was because we needed to ensure whatever we do that year, it jives together with your theme. Then only when you look back on 31st of December of that year, and you turn around and say, hey, you know what? The year was full of consistency. So this year, ironically, is about strength. Why strength is because I wanted to do the things that I'm good at. All right. So I am able to do the things that I'm very strong at. Because if I can't do something that I'm good at, the quality of the work will not show. Hence why whatever I'm doing so far in this year is based on what I can do and what I am good at. So this is what I'm good at. So of course over the years I was trying to see, okay, can I go into the medical line, can I go into this line, everything. And then my dad said, hey, you know what, you're good in your studies, good, but you're also good in sports. Let's look at something where you can actually balance both. And true enough, I came upon exercise and sports science. A lot of people thought, oh, if you go for exercise and sports science, it's for students who are not academically inclined, are those who likes to play around, you just go play and you don't study. But boy, were they wrong. I am this person who likes to prove people wrong, that do not judge a book by its cover. So I will share later in a few more slides. And of course, my family helped me to build the right environment to understand who am I as a person, what am I strong at. So I'm very thankful to my parents because my parents were the one who really guided me, my sister, and my brother to understand to follow your heart and passion. Never follow society because society can only say, but you are the person who are going to experience it. So that is when I also dived into the ability to express love and compassion. We have this very nice saying. I'm not sure if you guys can see it from my shirt, but it says being human. So, in order to be human, you need to start being human. And that starts from love and compassion. Love and compassion is the highest emotion or ability of a human to possess in order to live the right path. And then, of course, making mistakes. A lot of us, we don't like to make mistakes because we will look silly, and people will tell, "Why are you doing this? It's wrong and everything." But for me, making mistakes allows me to grow, and there's nothing ashamed to do it wrong because when we were babies, we were not born to walk. We actually learned how to walk. Of course, when we were small, we didn't know if you're walking correctly or not, or the hands are swinging. But we made the mistakes, and then slowly we adjusted, and now all of us, we can even close our eyes and we can walk. The last but not least was about asking. So ASK, going deeper into it, it stands for always seeking knowledge. The more you ask, the more you seek knowledge. And I thought that was really powerful because coming from a Asian culture, we are actually not designed or not taught to ask questions. And this is something that I've done for all my talks. Is basically I always encourage the students, especially my juniors or my peers, to ask questions. It's okay if it's not a smart question. Honestly, questions are just questions. How you look at it is a totally different thing. But when you ask a question, chances are you're asking the same question as someone else who wanted to ask but they were too shy to ask. So that was what I did to discover who I am. So of course, how I overcame my obstacles to become one of the top presenters in my university. At that time, I still had friends who came and told me, "Why are you stammering? Why are you repeating those words and everything?" But I wanted to prove them wrong. I wanted to prove myself that I am amazing. I am great in the things I do. Hence, I was invited to so many talks. I'm very privileged and honored and grateful to be able to share my story. And basically, a few of the lessons that I've learned is basically it starts from within. I mean, anyone can say anything, but it all starts from within yourself. Second is basically you are the creator of your own path. Again, the choices you make, you are the person who makes the choices, not anyone else. So you must be very responsible and conscious about what choices you make in order to create your own path. It's not about blaming others, it's about taking responsibility. The third is challenges are good. Without challenges, you will never grow, which is very true because without challenges, you will never have innovation, you will never have adaptation. Fourth is basically trust the process. They have this very nice saying: everything happens for a reason. So trust the process. Everyone's part is designed as how it's supposed to be, differently and uniquely. So just trust the process. If you're going through hardship, it is just allowing you to become better and stronger than the person you were yesterday. Fifth is basically slow reaction increases conscious responses. So this was very interesting because in the family we actually teach about law of attraction, the reset concept, which I'll be sharing in a while. So it actually allowed me to slow down my reaction because I was a very hot-tempered child. Until my teenagers age, I was very hot-tempered. I would explode just like that. And then I slowly understood, okay, you know what? It's better to just slow down your reaction and observe how can you respond better. So that actually helped me to increase conscious responses that have saved so many situations, so many relationships. And being emotional is strength. So I'm a very emotional person. Um, Even when I sing happy birthday for someone, I start crying, or even I just start tearing. So a lot of people say, "Hey, why are you crying?" Like why? It's just a happy birthday. But then I explain this to them. This is tears of joy. It's because you are celebrating 1 year of your life with your loved ones around you, and you are actually there to witness it. So that was where I saw the value in happy birthdays. And being emotional, being able to cry, is meaning you're strong enough to acknowledge your own emotion. So that means emotional is strength. So my values, if it feels good, it isn't. If it doesn't feel good, it isn't. So you got to listen to your gut feeling. Our second brain is our gut. So it tells us when things are right or how it feels or if you should approach it, don't approach it. Always take a moment to just think about it. Should you or should you not? Always operate from love and compassion. You will never lose anything if you operate from love and compassion. And the more you give, the more you get. The more you get in different ways. The third is about passion and purpose. Always, always, always operate from passion and purpose. Because I have this saying: the moment you love what you do or do what you love, your job becomes not a job, it becomes a purpose, and that drives you further. Make work fun. It's not always about money. I see my work as how many lives I can touch and change and inspire and save. Another one is basically gratitude. Every single day I practice this. It's either any time of the day, but always before I go to bed, I think about, okay, what am I grateful for? Who am I grateful for? What are the small things that I should say thanks to? And the last but not least is always do good. Wherever you go, just do good, just do good, just do good. Because I believe the world needs more good people. So the transformation, just like Miss Melinda had introduced me, is basically I'm a first class honors exercise and sports science student, double gold medalist, the only one in the history of exercise and sports science in that university to get the top 6 awards in the whole university. And I was also the top 10 young talents in Malaysia. This was during my heartbreak. So I actually channeled all my energy into building who I was. So that was the highlight. That's why I'm very thankful for where I am today. So I became top 10 young talents in Malaysia. I was also awarded top 22 student entrepreneur in Malaysia. This was among 500,000 university students. I was among 22 of them only who got this award. And I was also a pitch winner for a project called the Head Start Academy. So that was a university level. And also, I was awarded as the best delegate for a education leadership summit back in 2021. So that was out of 1,000 students from 11 countries. And that was a total surprise to me because I never I just joined to learn, but then ending up I won the grand prize. So I was like, okay, that's an honor. And also recently we were awarded, we as in me and my family, we were awarded as the best in coaching and training under personal development and mental health in Malaysia. So we are actually coaches who dive very deep into understanding who you are and what is your strength to make you great, and also mental health. And of course, I've touched more than 50,000 lives already through my fitness platform that grew because of COVID. COVID had good and bad things, but one of it was this. I got to do one of my biggest passion was fitness. So the Reset app, the big why. So this is something that is very close to my heart. We grew up in this message. It used to be a concept, and now it's basically an app. So how it started was basically in 2017 to the plus minus 2018 and 19. We were doing a bit of studies about why we should be doing this, and that is when we found out WHO. There was about 300 million people worldwide who were experiencing some sort of mental health. Now, this year, when I look back at the numbers, the latest numbers that I could find was basically 2019, it tripled, close to about 1 billion. And of course, when COVID hit us, it went to a few billions already. Now, when we were going into why we should work on the Reset app, the Reset concept, that's when we found about this book, The Happiness Advantage by Sean Eckhart. So he talks about how happiness fuels your actions. And this is very true. I think across everyone right here today, you guys will agree with me that when you're happy, your productivity increases, your ability to close sales, and your creativity increases. This shows in your actions. You are more driven and passionate about the things you do. So that was when we actually say, you know what, okay, everyone deserves a Reset app in their phone. So we actually have a mission to touch 10 million lives in the next 10 years. And so now, for all those who are joining here, you guys can actually add to that number, because it's a free app. It's a brain gym that actually trains you to think more positive and celebrate your gratitudes. So basically, this was a study done by my sister. So she is one of the gold medalists in, it's called the Royal Excellence Award, in Malaysia, where only selected students will receive this award from the Kings of Malaysia. So she actually did the study about the Reset app, and it was amazing to see the results there. For 5 months, consistently, those who went through the Reset app, the teachings about gratitude, they had increased sense of gratitude, and also their performance increased for 5 months consistently. They were always the top, the top, the top, the top. And out of all of this, this was our favorite numbers. Was basically we have touched 35,000 downloads worldwide in 50 countries, and we have saved 3 lives from committing suicide. And I think among all the numbers, the most important number here for us was the 3 lives saved. Because if we can save 3 lives, imagine how many more lives we can save through the Reset app and the teaching that we do on happiness. So here is where I would like to invite everyone on board to actually scan the QR code, or you can actually go to our YouTube channel. It's called Reset Being Human, and also Fitness by Kavita. So you can either scan the QR code, or you can type it down. So and do subscribe, because every week or every month we actually have a lot of contents going out about positivity, happiness, and things that really matters for you yourself. So I hope that you guys can support us also in this by just going through the videos, sharing it with your friends, because you may never know who needs it at that time. So the Reset app, we are looking at 10 million lives to empower happiness, radiate positivity, and save lives. And for Fitness by Kavita, which is both of these are both of my passions. One is about the mind, the other one is about the body. So my passion for fitness is basically to reach 1 million lives by inspiring, transforming, and saving lives through movements. Why I didn't put exercise is because movement is very natural and general for everyone. The more you move, the more healthier you become. So now, if you guys are able to stand, you can stand. If not, you can just be seated. But I would like you to actually do this with me. It's called the superhero stand. So this is where every time I do my talk, I'll get them to actually stand up and everything. So whenever you feel nervous, whenever you feel difficult to breathe or anxious, I want you to go stand in front of a mirror or just stand at the back of the room and just place your hands on your hips like how Superman or Superwoman actually stands. Shoulders back, chest up, belly pulled in, and you're going to take 3 deep breaths in. 3 times. And know that you are strong, you are a hero to stand there to empower. Not if it's not everyone's life, you're empowering at least one life there, because all of us are born for greatness. Each of you guys here today are, you do have some sort of superpower that allows you to save a life. So always use it to its best. So do what you love what you do always. This is something that I hold for many, many years, because the moment you love what you do and you do what you love, joy is always there, happiness is always there. And the product about it, the result about it is that you get to see it radiate to everything you touch, every lives you meet. It will show that how happy you are in doing the things that you're doing. And last but not least is basically I would like to actually share this for all our friends around the world. If you guys are planning to come over to Malaysia, Malaysia is we are known as the food haven. Hmm. Okay, so if you guys would love to come to Malaysia, we are actually doing a program in Malaysia on January 2024. It's called the Being Program, where it's a 3.5 days retreat. We're going to talk about meditation. We're going to talk about your subconscious mind. We're going to talk about wellness, where you guys are going to be together with a close group, 25 people. And you guys are going to go into a really interesting journey to understand who you are as a person and what is your superpower. And this is something that it was created out of passion, because we felt, you know what, a lot more people need this. And so if you guys are planning to make a trip or a holiday to Malaysia, do include us too. Okay, and we would love to have you guys there. Trust me, it's a very good experience, and we've done this before, and it'll be very nice to see known names from this platform to actually experience this. So the key takeaways is basically we're all born for greatness. Number one, always remember that no matter what. Second is do what you love what you do. Third is reset, be grateful, be kind, be genuine. Be an enhancer rather than a competitor. In this world, we need more enhancers. Uplift your friends, because the moment you uplift your friends, you too will become a better person. And last but not least, always smile. No matter how difficult a day is, the moment you smile, you actually feel a bit more slightly lighter. So keep on smiling. Smile, smile to people, smile to strangers. The one thing that COVID took away from us was basically the moment we wore a mask, you don't even know if they're smiling to you. So now, when you smile, if you're wearing a mask, have the cheekbones rise a bit, squint your eyes a bit, so that people know, oh, they are smiling to me. And trust me, it'll change someone's day. So do stay connected with me. This is my LinkedIn account. I have two of Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So do feel free to follow and subscribe. And also, if you would like to get in touch with me through WhatsApp, this is my QR code, so you can actually scan and you can give me a text to actually stay in touch with the work I do with the programs that are coming up. So last but not least is basically question and answer. All right, so I'll just let me see. I just stop sharing. Okay, so and I'm back. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for the lovely chats on the box. So now I would like to open to question and answer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kavita. That was really a fabulous speech today. So you have earned so many awards being a female athletic, so young, you're so young woman. So looking forward to hear more awards from you.
Thank you
So we
so
have a
much, Miss
question
Linda.
from.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining this segment and knowing about your awards, your achievements. That's really fabulous. So we have a question from our audience. So how do I connect with my inner self more? And how do I leverage my inner strength?
How do you connect more with your inner self and strength, and how do you leverage it? I think this is a very good question, and I'm sure all of us are thinking, what am I good at, you know? So I think for me, I can only share the stories for myself because I've been through it, and I think it's a very good example. Is basically I went into this form of meditation, just quieting my mind, because sometimes your mind is so noisy you can't listen to it. So I went into this phase of just trying to listen to the sound in myself. What's the voice that is talking to me? And I actually took down a piece of paper, because this I did it when I was in 2020, when we went into pandemic. We went into lockdown. So for the 3 months of lockdown in Malaysia, I was stuck in my university campus. So, and it was just four walls, it was just one room, and it was just me, and we were not allowed to go out to talk to someone. And that was when I actually took a piece of paper and just wrote down, okay, you know what can I do during this time to keep myself sane? And just to make sure that I am okay, because the only form of communication I could have was basically thanks to internet, is video calls to my family who were back home. And I just wrote and wrote and wrote, what can I do right now to occupy my time? So that was the first thing that came out, was fitness. I knew my heart and passion was always there. And and then I went into writing about how I was able to show a lot of love and compassion towards my friends who were going through thoughts of suicidal at that time, because it was very difficult for a university student to be stuck at campus, especially if you're going through your final year project and everything. And that was when I really just wrote it down and did a lot of test and measure. So when I saw, okay, you know what, let's just try. So I went into online social media. Social media can be good and bad. It depends how you use it. So I used my platform as a way to, one, keep myself active. Second was basically I just get free workouts. Just every day 5 p.m. everyone came online and just exercise, exercise, exercise. And when I started to see people enjoyed it, I was like, okay, maybe this is something that I should carry on. And true enough, within 5 months, I had people coming to tell me, they lost 12 kgs, they lost 11 kgs just by exercising together. And the best part, their mental health improved. And I thought that was so beautiful, because exercise actually brought them into this phase of understanding they can express themselves, release all the pent up emotions. So that was when I found out, okay, I am good in something. Because of course at that year I ended a relationship. I thought that was it and everything. But then I was like, you know what? There's so much to life. There's so much to life. So I channeled my energy and time into building who I am, because end of the day, I want Kavita to be known for what she loves doing. So it took a really long time to reflect. You need a time to reflect. It's a process. No one gets it at first. It's a form of discovering what you're good at. So just keep on going and going and going for it. Try. If plan A doesn't work, try plan B. Try plan C. That's why we always have plan A, plan B, plan C. So it's a process. If you need to go and quiet down your mind, just early in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, they say it's the best time to just listen to your thoughts. Get a book or a piece of paper and a pen. That time, write down everything you're thinking about, and somehow you might find some connection there. So yeah. So I hope that actually answered the question.
Yes, you are. Thank you so much for your willpower and willpower and good insights to hear from you, Kavita. So
Thank
thank you
you.
so much for joining this event today. We are so thankful for sharing your experiences, for sharing your thoughts, your awards, and everything with WI Virtual Summit 2023. So looking forward to hear more from you for our future conferences as well.
Thank you so much, Miss Belinda. Thank you to everyone and to the committee for actually having me. So, looking forward to see you guys soon.
Yes, thank you so much and bye bye. So please
Bye
join our
bye.
and Carla Sridevi.
Bye bye.
Bye.